Alrighty, what is up everyone? I'm here in Garvin today again. Right now I'm ahead of them right now. So I'm about to turn this video around. Right now it is a Monday. They're coming through on a Monday at 4:43. So pretty soon they'll be here probably at 4:46. But further here to do, let's get started with our the safety part before the train gets here. And right. Alrighty guys, whenever you are approaching a railroad crossing when it's working, that's a yield. You have to stop for an oncoming train, and so you don't get hit. And most cases when you try to beat a train by racing try to beat the train, you're gonna lose every time, because it's a tie every time you try to beat a train. So the train wins every time. So mostly stop at railroad crossings and crossbucks, and do not be parking on the railroad tracks. Get around the other car on the other track. Go around the car and get out of the way and get out of the tracks, so in case there could be a daytime train coming through. So don't back up, just go around the car. That type of thing. And if there is room behind you, you can back up a little bit and then get out of the way before there ever is a train. So but don't ever do that though. That's only if you're in a high traffic area. But mostly if there's a sign that says do not park on tracks, you always should listen to the sign. But if the crossings ain't working, you should also yield at the crossing signal. Even though the crossing is not activated, you should still view it as a crossbuck, as an ordinary railroad crossing. And there's other things too that y'all need to be safety of. Sometimes you don't know when a railroad crossing malfunctions, or when there actually is a train. So technically, I would not risk going around the gates or ungated crossing with lights and bells of any type, with cantilevers, no cantilevers. It really don't matter. Should always find another safe alternative right around the crossing gate. Go around, find another crossing that's not been activated. Especially if it's in a blind spot area, because you don't want to be compacted by a train that could be coming towards you. Because you never know, there could be one parked and they're about to get ready to take off. 3 honks for backing up and 3 honks for forward. But mostly you don't need to be running any road crossings of any type. And do not be taking pictures on the railroad tracks, especially if you're not especially if you don't know what you're doing on railroad property. But mostly if you're going to take pictures right there on the tracks, make sure you take pictures on the side of the tracks instead on the tracks, because there could be some places where the train, because some spots the train may not be able to blow its horn. There could be a no train honk zone. Technically, you're not supposed to be taking pictures on the railroad tracks if you're not a pro at it. Most technically, you don't need to be taking pictures on two-way tracks unless it's on the side, or you're at a railroad crossing where you can get better views of the center of the track by your phone or your whatever you use. Ronnie, Eddie is coming, so I'm gonna have to wrap this up quickly as I can. But mostly, do not be taking pictures on the railroad tracks. Do not be making videos on the railroad tracks, like movies you create. Like if you're trying to make a scary movie, or a hospital movie or any of that sort, do not be filming on the railroad tracks. Mostly do not be filming anywhere on the tracks or on train trestle bridges and all that type of stuff. And do not be fishing off of train trussels, because the train can still get you by its snow plow on the front, and also the draft of the train too can pull you in. But those are in a different type of situations. But short lines, you're mostly fine. But mostly do not be planking on the railroad tracks. Don't be doing anything that involves playing around. And also, kids do not need to be on railroad property by themselves. If you're going to walk on railroad property, the adults have to be with them. But if not, little kids do not need to be on the railroad tracks or playing around the tracks or any of that sort, because they do damage to the rail. And the train can't see it until they hit it. So little kids of any type do not need to be playing on railroad tracks. Prime examples, I've seen three kids yesterday by the Railroad Museum walking and playing on the railroad tracks and picking stuff up. So I don't know who was watching the kids, but those kids do not need to be by themselves on railroad property, because you never know when there could be a train coming and the train probably done blowed its horn and they didn't hear it, and the train's coming right behind them, because trains are very quiet and they'll sneak up on you. So, and if they're very courteous enough, they'll blow a train honk to try to get you out of the way, so they don't have to worry about you. Do not be walking in front of any train, any other type of train. If you're going to walk in front of a train, make sure it's in a far distance where the engineer and conductor can see you, because the engineer can't see. The nose is a blind spot in the center. So the conductor and engineer, they can only see you by seeing you walk by the engineer or the conductor side. And before they even move the train, they have to make sure that you're cleared in front of them. That's a big no-no. So if you're going to walk in front of a train, make sure it's a far distance where they can see you. And do not be walking on two-way track. That's very dangerous. Do not be walking across two-way track with a train coming. And if there's another train coming, you need to be very careful and pay attention. And because sometimes, because the first train could be hiding the second train, especially when you're walking or riding a bike. So pedestrians, bicyclists, motorists, motorbikes, you have to yield for an oncoming train. Pedestrians do have to yield on the train. Pedestrians have to yield on the right-of-way of the railroad tracks. They have to yield for an oncoming train. And then when you see the horn blow, you really need to get out of the way as quickly as you can. So when you hear a honk at a crossing, you need to be moved out of the way. Do not be wearing any headphones or any of that stuff when you're walking on the railroad tracks. I'm sorry, getting dry throat here. But for the most part, do not be in a rush. If you're walking, if there's like a sidewalk and it has no gates, you should also yield for the crossing lights, also for the vehicles as well. And you should wait till the train passes and make sure there's not another one. So always wait. If the gates are still down, that there's a chance there could be another train right there behind the other one, the first one. So mostly be careful at railroad crossings. Walking, driving, riding a bicycle, it don't matter. And also, try not to walk on railroad property. And do not be riding your NTVs or all that sort of railroad property, because that can get you killed very quickly and other things like that. And also, if you're riding your NTV across a railroad track, you have to yield for trains as well. There's warning signs there. So always shut off your four-wheeler or hear for the sounds, because sometimes four-wheelers can block the sound of a train heading towards you. So most part, yield when you're on a NTV. You should yield at a railroad crossing the same as a car. It doesn't matter if it has a yield sign on it or a stop sign. You're supposed to stop. But that's the end of that one for now. We got a train coming, and it's coming around the Garvin corner. There's 3 girls, so mostly just gonna be careful at railroad crossings and stuff like that. And if you're gonna walk on the tracks, you're gonna have to follow the rules. But mostly do not walk on the tracks, not unless you're trying to get somewhere or something. But you have to yield for a train. Because we got one coming right now. And right now, they can see you, but you can't hear them coming. Some people say you can't hear the hum, but you can in the far distance. But when it's closer to you, you can't hear it. So that's the reasons why that it's very dangerous when you're walking on the railroad tracks. So always remember that trains can sneak up on you right now, and it's very dangerous. So always yield for a train when it's coming towards you and other things like that. Technically, you're supposed to wait until after the bells and lights stop ringing until it's safe. 2-way track or 1-way track or all multiple tracks. So if the lights are still flashing, that there's another train coming towards you. But further here to do, we'll do more next time. So thank you for watching. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Kids are gonna miss this train on the school bus, and here comes a car. And also, you need to be careful when you're approaching a crossing too, because there could be if you see someone filming, that there could be a train coming. And that's the reason why you should stop for an oncoming train. So guys, stop. Trains can't. It takes a mile for them to stop. They'll hit their brakes after they hit you before it's too late. So stop at railroad crossings and be safe at ungated crossings and other stuff like that. So stop. Trains can't. Because it takes a mile after they hit you, it takes a mile for them to stop. And especially a train that size, it takes them probably about maybe 2 miles to stop. So guys, stop. Trains can't. So always stop at railroad crossings and other things like that. Do not try to be them like that red car did. Because if they were going faster, she would have never made it. Now I would have had the front row seats of seeing a car getting hit right here at this crossing. So that's the reasons why that you stop at the railroad crossing and wait till the lights stop flashing. And if the lights are flashing, you stop. So that's the reasons why you should stop for a train. All right, there goes Kiamichi Freddy. All right, there goes the boys. They're taking the girls on to Hugo. They're going to stop off, maybe pick up a few cars, and then they're on their way to Hugo. So if you like this video, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to subscribe to JDT Trains, Shortline Rail Fenner. You can look up Danny Harmon and Delay Block Productions, and also look at my channel as well, Marshall Price. Marshall Price, that is me. This is my rail productions here. I do railroad and safety and stuff like that. So, see you later, rail fans. See you somewhere out here on the hot rails of the Kiamichi Railroad and the Queen Eastern Railroad on the hot rails. I'll see you later. Marshall out. Thank you for watching. I'm here in Garvin. They just came through here at 5:03. So, all right, everyone. See you later. Going home. There goes Eddie, heading eastbound. Oh, wait, westbound. See you later.